Good day, good morning, good afternoon. Hello everyone, Skinner here, and here we go. Here's my take into a casual gamer's guide into the leveling process of Season 5. Whatever, I'm going to give it a shot because I'm super excited for Season 5. I'm a big Diablo fan. I'm going to publicly make that open knowledge. I really am excited for Season 5. I think it's going to be fun. Is it going to have its flaws? Are there going to be bugs? Yes, there are, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna blast it anyway. Are we gonna complain about it? Yes, we are, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. So I would say definitely you get your build guide. This will most likely just be a basic thing. We'll know what more or less to do, or I'm going to assume we will know more or less what to do, and then we just carry on from there. So it'll always be that create your character, whether you want to create a character in hardcore or softcore. You create your character. You'll of course have your build guide ready on whatever third-party site you are. I use Maxroll, but anyone can use anyone. It does not matter as long as you are happy with that. You put in there, you skip your campaign, you go straight into your game, happy days, and create your name, and you're good to go. Of course, we will be seasonal realm straight to World Tier 2. World Tier 2 is, once we load it in, I think it's the first thing we have to do is you just straight up run here, you go to your wardrobe, and you equip your pet. I think I'm going to forget to do that. I can already see it. Tomorrow night when the season comes, I'm going to forget to do this. So please, Skinner, do not forget to do this. Just go equip your pet. There you go. Save it. You're good to go. You have your little doggy that follows you, and he can pick up his items or the loot, the gold and the consumables, or whatever the case may be. It'll just make probably farming better. We don't know. But it'll just be more efficient, and then it's nice to have a dog follow you. So your pet, gotta love your pet. Then, of course, for any player, it'll just be to ensure your renown is claimed or whatever it is. I can assume we all know what renown is, and it has been completed by now. Surely it is. If it has not been completed and you like a brand new gamer that's just created the game or got the game, just read what this is, because this is a significant point in additional power for your character. So you'll see there will be 5 rewards per region. There's 5 regions. The bottom reward is obviously the most important one. So it's additional skill points, and then of course right at the end will be additional paragon points. So there it shows you exactly what to do with waypoint strongholds, quests, discovering your areas, doing side dungeons, and then last but not least, those little altars of Lilith. There'll be these small little altars scattered across Sanctuary. Pick them up. They give you stat boosts. I think you get about 4 paragon points as well from them in some region. Don't ask me which one. Many third-party sites. Again, I'm going to reference Maxroll. They'll show you exactly where they are. Run there and go and get them if you have not done that. Once we've done that, you do it once, it's done forever. Otherwise, now we just can claim it and get a little bit of XP in the beginning, at least once we have got that up and running. So once you're happy with your pet equipped, you got your renown sorted, or whatever that you know about what your renown is, you got your build guide, you're ready to go. We want to blast it now. We all know we're going to jump into Helltide straight away. So that's obvious the way to go. So we'll just choose whatever your ability is. If you have renown completed, you're going to see you'll have 10 skill points to go for. So then you just follow your basic build guide of whatever that is for whatever reason. Just spam your points. Look at that amazing skill allocation setup right there, and there you go. You get onto your mount and you run straight to Helltide. My luck is Helltide is now right here, but that's where we're gonna go. So we go here. We're gonna just probably run in here and fight away. We're gonna do this, do all the whatever. I think the whispers, that is all going to be nicely condensed within Helltide. So it's going to be a lot more efficient to level up, which is going to be nice. We're just going to keep going along. We should be getting a whole bunch of items and everything along our way. So let's just keep building ourselves up. Helltide, rinse and repeat. I don't think there should be any change right now, all the way up until at least once we get to level 35. Okay, so once we've been leveling up quite nicely in a Helltide, we now probably in the level 30 region, or close to 35 at least. We want to be preparing now to smack World Tier 3, because we want to race up there to World Tier 3. Of course, I don't want us to unnecessarily race, But as a casual, we want to at least efficiently level up and make it seem seamless. So we're just going to then, once we're ready to go do the capstone, just go and temper whatever items you have. Of course, we should have some materials by now. I don't think we'll have unlimited source that we can just temper anything, but let's just temper something, the basic ones. Make sure you get more armor, resistances, which will be great. And then, of course, in our weapons, if they haven't, I would say, tuned it down, the weapon one, which was the elemental surge. I'm not sure if they've tuned this down, but get this on your weapon, the lucky hit proc to do more damage. This is free damage to do more, so that'll be great. There you go. You go smack your capstone, you complete your capstone, and you are happy. Now that we've completed our capstone, we of course will be selecting World Tier 3, and we'll be ready to go towards our next phase. We will be at least level 35 now, which I strongly recommend to be once you hit World Tier 3, level 35. From here, my gameplay loop is going to be just quickly run into a Helltide. I just want to get a set of sacred items. So I'm going to try and just spend maybe 30 minutes in there just to quickly get a bunch of sacreds as much as I can. Of course, get my powers equipped, and then I'll have a set of sacreds. And then you want to then rotate into your nightmare dungeons. We will get a nightmare dungeon sigil key once we do complete the capstone. So if it's not locked behind a stronghold, then you're sad. You must quickly go do that stronghold. But then once we've got our sacreds, we jump into leveling up our character in nightmare dungeons. The nice thing with doing that is, of course, we get to level up our glyphs, which it's maybe not that much XP, low nightmare dungeons, but if we're looking at boosting our character, mostly efficiently, then we're just smacking the nightmare dungeons, and then at least we're getting glyph XP, picking up glyphs as well. Of course, we do get glyphs in Helltide as well. So for me personally, I don't think it's that bad to alternate between the two. It could be fun, more fun for me to also jump into a Helltide just to get out of that rhythm of just nightmare dungeons. We don't want to just rush all the way to 100. Of course, it's going to be super easy to do anyway. So even if we don't try rush, I think we're going to fly up there anyway. And then we're getting up to at least level 55. And then our next turn of events is going to be rinse and repeat. Same thing. Then we go do the capstone, complete your capstone at least 55. You go to World Tier 4. And same loop as World Tier 3. I say the same thing. I'll probably jump straight into a Helltide. Just get a couple of Ancestrals up and running. And then we continue into Nightmare Dungeons, pushing the tiers up as we go along. So I will be pushing that EXP as far as I can. So of course, now with the cap of the monsters that you can do level 30 or 30 levels above you, getting that base XP boost, try and get as high as or close to that 30 level difference as possible without, of course, putting you at too much risk, especially if we're in hardcore. We don't want to push too high and then we die and then all our time is wasted, especially season start. So then we do that, we got that loop, we're happy, we carry on leveling up, and that's how we go. I think that will be a rinse and repeat until we start target farming our specific uniques to our builds that we need to do. So there you're going to have your guide, you know what unique you want, go target farm that specific boss, you do that boss, get your unique, which is build defining. And of course, we'll be growing in power as well, ensuring our resistances are always up to date, temperings are always up to date, and armor is kept. Get those three basic things out of the way. I think it's very, very important. Keep tempering your items, get the specific temper you need, which is just, it's a huge amount of survivability, damage, quality of life, everything for our characters, just with tempering. If you brick your item, I do apologize. I can see me bricking a lot coming up in the future. By this stage, we should be, if I'm looking correctly here, is be 80 plus-ish. And we're going to continue our Nightmare Dungeon farming. If you're happy with your glyphs, at least getting them to level 15. Get those glyphs to level 15, and then maybe I think we can start considering doing a little pit runs, because maybe we get a decent item. It's nice to start changing the loop around before we get to the infernal hordes. Of course, we still got all that to jump into as well. So it'll be Nightmare Dungeons, get your glyphs up. Eventually, we want to start engaging with the pit activity, and then as well the season content, which will be the Infernal Hordes, which I did not mention as well, is whatever the seasonal quest line is, we just naturally do that with our character from start till whatever the case may be. We follow that board, we see what they need us to do, and we just have fun with that. We're going to be hitting level 100 pretty fast, I'm sure. I'm going to see if I can race there as fast as I can as a casual player. But when we do hit there, then we're going to start actually farming for our specific items, the godly stats. That's what we want. Greater affixes and everything. Of course, we need to update our codex, so keep salvaging your items to get the materials. I think gold should be a bit less of a issue for season 5. Hope. And then we just keep improving our character from there. And I think that'll be our gameplay loop. It should be quite straightforward, and that should be fun. I'm sure everyone can agree. We're going to hit 100 pretty fast, and then we get into our loop of improving, and let's see what we can push out with our specific build. So that's mostly my take on it. I know it is a very simple take. It's nothing too special. Everyone else has already got way better advice, and I love everyone else's content. I'm a big fan of everyone. So me, as I always say, I'm so excited for season 5. I want us to graft this together. So if anyone is around and can give me advice, give me tips, whatever, I'm going to take it, and I want just to see if I can make the best character that I can make, and let's try and have it fun. And that's what I want us to all do. Despite the bugs, the weird things that will come up, which we don't know yet, but let's see what's going to come. Let's have fun. Let's all be positive. D4 good, sometimes D4 bad. It's okay as long as we have fun. We're a community of D4 enthusiasts. Let's go, guys. So thank you for watching, tuning in and everything. I am very, very appreciative of everything. I wish everyone a great day, and may you get triple greater affixes items every day.